everybody. This is Paul again for ReplicaGunReviews, and in front of me I have the Umarex Walther PPK. It's a 1.77 caliber BB gun. It's on Amazon currently for $58.94, so not so bad. And this thing is awesome. It is solid metal. It has blowback, a working hammer when you take it off safety. It's a solid metal frame, solid metal everything. The only plastic on it is the safety, and the grip covers, and then also the magazine right here is one of those 15 round dropout clip mags. Other than that, everything else is metal. It weighs 1.4 pounds, so it has some weight to it. It feels really good in the hand. I would say definitely this is one to add to your collection if you're a collector. It comes with the Walther stamp right there on the side of the barrel, and it also has it, as you can see, on the grip. Right there it has Carl Walther, Ultra Co, and then the caliber information, and then on the other side engraved is all the danger and warning info, and then the serial number. Over here you have a metal trigger, by the way, metal trigger guard, everything is metal. Over here, let me try to get some focus. You have the safety. Let me just focus a little better. It keeps coming and going. I guess it wants to focus but doesn't. But anyways, you have the safety. It's a little lever that you just slide up and down. As you can see, it says F for fire, S for safety. You don't just slide it up and down, like push it up and down. You have to hold it down and then push it up into fire position, and then to get back into safety, do the same thing. You push down and then slide down, and then it pops up into the safety position. The hammer does work. It's double action, so you can pull the trigger or back to side each time, whatever. When it is on safety, the slide will not go forward, obviously. To do that, you have to take it off fire, but as you can see, without taking the magazine out, because there's no BBs in here, the slide will not go forward. So in order to take the magazine out, on this side you have right here next to the Walther stamp the mag release button, and again it's a 15 round dropout clip mag like this, and it has a little spring that you pull down. Try to get that into view for you. I need to get a better light. My setup, as you can see, got a little better. I got a stand now so I can actually hold the gun with both hands. And I figured I'd get a nice solid color background so you can focus more on the gun rather than my wood table. I'm getting there, so thanks a lot for bearing with me. My channel will get better. I have a ton of guns to come. I have a lot of videos to make so far. I have a lot more pistols to go. I just got a lot of Legend series weapons. I just have a ton to go, but I can't wait. I'm excited to get all this stuff out. So anyway, as you can see, it's one of the standard clip mags. You just pull the spring down. It doesn't lock in the position, unfortunately. So I'll show you. What you do is, it's kind of difficult. You hold the BBs in your hand this way. It's the best way. And then you pull it all the way down, the spring, hold it into place. Or actually you have to put the BBs for this one down somewhere, and then you take each BB, place it onto the hole there, into that front hole, and then as you put your finger in the back, you press it in and it drops down. If you don't put your finger in the back of this hole, see, as you can see, the BB just falls right through the back of the hole, so you have to put your finger in the back. It's a pain to get this thing loaded. So not only should you get extra mags for the fact that it's plastic, but it's always good because it takes some time to load these, even 15 BBs. So I would suggest buying a couple packs of extra magazines. They're on Amazon, luckily. They're I think $11 for two. They come in 2 packs or packs of 2. But as I wanted to show you, to get the slide to move forward again, now that the magazine's out, you just rack it again and it goes forward. If you want the hammer to go forward, you just fire the trigger and then you can put it back on safety, put your magazine back in. I have no complaints with this gun, honestly. I've used it a bunch of times now and it is really solid. It is awesome, and for the price it's cheap. It's $58.94. I mean, you can't beat that for this, honestly. Like, I have no gripes with this gun. I can't even complain about the magazine, honestly. I just think it looks awesome. Obviously with the real PPK, the safety would be right here. It's just molded on and they added this safety instead, which I don't mind. It's not terrible, but one thing I always say to everybody in all my videos, I'm sure you'll catch on eventually, and I'll emphasize it over and over, is always oil your air guns. Use PELLGUN oil and some RWS oils. It doesn't take a lot of time. It takes about 15-20 minutes to oil them up if you know what you're doing. And it just keeps everything in top-notch condition. Everything works great. You know, I have no issues with this. No jam BBs, no misfires, no firing and the pellets don't come out or anything like that. Let me just see. It, like I said, I think I said it weighs 1.4 pounds. Just looking at my computer here. Okay, it says on Amazon that it has a max FPS of 295 feet per second. I don't have any way to measure that right now, so in the future I will. It certainly feels like it shoots faster than 295 feet per second, because I have some air guns that shoot up to 530 feet per second, and it doesn't feel that close, but it definitely doesn't feel like 295. I could be totally wrong, but anyways, but that's what it says on Amazon. Obviously this is part of the Legend series. This is a gun. Let me just pull this up here real quick. Walther PPK. Okay, so the Walther PP series was first released in 1929 as a police sidearm, followed by the PPK, which was a sleeker detectives model the following year. So that would have been 1930 the PPK came out. So that's pretty old now. That's about 70, almost 90 years old. That's pretty crazy. Actually, it is 90 years old. I'm bugging. It's 2020. Wow. Yeah, so that's pretty old. And I'm going to be doing a review on it, but obviously they go hand in hand. Let me just grab it real quick. Let me put it down. I'll do my next review on it probably, but they're associated, sort of. Well, they are associated, but you also have the Makarov, which is based off of the PPK. I think this is made by Umarex as well. Yep. This is part of the Legend series. This thing is dope as hell. It's also it does have blowback action. I have it on safe right now, but it doesn't have a slide catch. The blowback works when you shoot, but there's no way to catch the slide. But I'll get into that in my next video. Anyways, I'll put this to the side. I just wanted to bring it up because the PPK came out, and then what does it say here now? The wall. Let's see what it says. Okay, it says the Makarov pistol came about after World War II. Before the war was intervened, the USSR had been planned on phasing out the Nagant M1895 revolver and TT30 Makarov pistol. I probably slayed those names, but it says, but they had to put those plans on hold. Then peace broke out and they were able to get back to the drawing board. The design team, headed by Nikolai something Makarov, took the Walther PPK and modified it. Walther couldn't do a darn thing about it, it says here. I'm just quoting what it says in this article. The website is aliengearholster.com. I'll put a link to it in the description, but it goes into the whole history of the PPK and the Makarov. Anyway, so yeah, anyway, the PPK is dope, and I'm gonna load it up for you and put some CO2 in it to show you how that works. I gotta get a better lighting system. I know it can be a little bit brighter. I apologize for that. Just as I always say, bear with me. Everything's getting better as time goes. But I'm gonna set this down now and load it up for you just to show you how. I have everything ready that I need. By the way, the PPK comes when you get it. Don't be scared like I was. The way you take the mag or the grip cover off is it has one of those little indentations here, and you just lift it open like that, and inside was a little key, the Allen key that you need. So if you hear shaking around, don't get afraid, because it comes stored in there, and it's used to as you can see, there's like a screw that you screw up to tighten the CO2. Whoops, drop the Allen key, and then whoops, I took the screw out too far, pardon me. That was the first time I ever did that, actually, so hopefully I can get it back in correctly now. Yep, yeah, that was easy. So be careful when screwing up the screw. So as you can see, the screw came out. I'm turning it the wrong way. The screw that pierces the CO2 cartridge, actually, you screw it up and down you screw it down to release the CO2 cartridge, and you screw it up to tighten the CO2 cartridge. But if you screw it up all the way, there's nothing stopping it from coming out, like I just did on camera. So I'm glad I did that. So there's a warning for you. But I'm gonna just pull this all the way down. Alright, now we have that, the key. Then you have the magazine cover, the magazine. You're going to take 15 BBs. Let me find a way to do this without spilling them everywhere. Okay. Now you're going to hold down, like I said, this. And then you put one like right, you just rest it right on top of the hole. And then you put your finger behind. And then it drops in. It's a pain in the butt. It takes forever. So I'm gonna load this up, all 15. I'll probably cut this part out at least, or fast forward it or something. But that's 2, 3, because it's gonna take way too long to load this. 4.
One eternity later.
Okay, guys. So as you can see, I have my clip all filled with all 15 BBs, and then I'm going to load the CO2 into this, and I'll show you afterwards some firing shots. I'm also going to do some penetration testing with this as well. I didn't do them in my last video with the Crossman 4001 1911 BB because it was broken, but I'm gonna usually do penetration testing with most of my guns after my reviews. So I'll show you now how to load the CO2 in, since the BBs are loaded up, and all you need to do is you take this key, put it in the bottom. It's already screwed down on mine. You screw it all the way down. Then you take a CO2 cartridge, standard 12 gram CO2 cartridge. Then you take a little bit of, well, you should anyway, a little bit of PELLGUN oil. I'm going to make a separate video on how to apply PELLGUN oil, even though it's super simple and it'll probably be the shortest video out in the world. But just to show you, you just put one little drop like that. Let me see, like that. Put that to the side. And then you simply drop it in the CO2 gun the way that it's supposed to go. And then you screw it back up. And then get a good turn on this. I didn't even hear any CO2 leak at all on that one. And then now it's loaded up. The screw is tightened all the way up. You take the magazine cover. It has these metal clips on both sides, so you just line them up with these two holes. I'll show you. See if you can see those. See them? These two slits, and then those two clips go into those. So let's see, I'll show you. You just literally clip it on like that, and then you just push down, and that's it. You don't even have to cock it, but if the hammer is up, then you do. You can either pull the hammer down or you could cock it, and now it's ready to go. Mine is on safe. And after this, I'll do some fire testing and some penetration testing. But I would say for the Umarex Walther PPK, this is totally a good buy. Like, I have no complaints with this at all. There's no issues. There's no nothing. I would say for the price, definitely buy it if you're a gun collector or if you just want a good solid pistol. It's small in your hand, as you can see. The PPK usually, you know, the PPK series are usually small. So are the Makarovs. I have a Luger coming. I can't wait. It says October 1st on Amazon, but hopefully it'll come earlier because it's already in my state. So in my county actually. So I'm thinking that it's gonna come earlier. So hopefully. Anyways, this is Paul, and this is the Umarex Walther PPK, and my next review, I'll have a link after the video at the end and in the description to my review on the Walther the Makarov. And stay tuned for that, and for some fire testing, some up close shots of me firing this so you can see the blowback action, and some penetration testing. And I hope you all enjoyed. I hope my setup is getting better. I know I could use better lighting, as I said, but I finally got two stands. Actually, they were on Amazon to hold my phone so that I could use both hands. I just got to get better lighting. Today in here the lighting sucks. For some reason in my last two videos the lighting was way better, but I guess because it's so gray out. But anyways, enjoy your day and enjoy the rest of the video. And this is Paul from ReplicaGunReviews. See you guys. Peace. So yeah, this is the creamer carton that I shot up. As you can see, obviously it penetrated the front of the carton, and I had this filled with water so that it would catch a lot of the BBs, and it did. As you can hear, there's about 5 or 6 in there, maybe. Maybe 4 or 5. In the front, it made these holes. In the side, it one actually went through the side. It ripped through the side, I guess, like that, and stopped my water. In the back, you can't see it well, but if I squeeze on it a little bit, you can see that it like basically blew out the back. So yeah, it would definitely penetrate some thin cardboard like this. Probably break that plastic cap too if I shot it. But the water stopped most of the BBs, so without any BBs, this thing would probably, I don't know if it would stand up straight from the BBs going right through it so fast, or if it would get knocked over. I'd have to test that out one day. But yeah, so you can see what it did to the creamer carton. And I'll show you the next thing. Okay, so now we have the pretty thin plastic Poland Spring water bottle. I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with how thick these are. I had this filled with water as well, and surprisingly nothing penetrated that I could see. It did tip over after about 2 shots. They did go through the front. They penetrated the front, they didn't go through the back. I don't know where they went. They didn't stay inside the bottle, so they either ricocheted or just went outside. And there's Monkey creeping up in the video. Say hi, Eden. Yeah, he's chilling. But okay guys, so this is the plastic milk carton. I tried to go up in strength in material, so I went from cardboard to a thin plastic water bottle to a thicker plastic carton to a tin can to screens of phones and the PSP. But as you can see, actually none of them penetrated the milk carton from the PPKS. The Daisy Powerline 5501 penetrated fully the milk carton. Some BBs got caught in the water, as you can hear. That's quite a lot of them actually. I did notice just now looking at it that maybe one penetrated. I don't know if you could see that slight hole right there. But anyway. Yeah, so I had this filled with water, and yeah, most of them stayed inside the carton itself. Okay guys, so this is the tin Nesquik can that I shot. As you can see, it did penetrate the front of the can, and some did get caught inside, did not have this filled with water. Some did actually penetrate out the back. You can see it left the exit holes through the back. And a few got caught inside. So it can go through tin. It just seems that water is a good stopper for BBs. I don't know if that goes for bullets as well. I'm sure it does, but but if it goes through a tin can like that, I don't see why it wouldn't go through a milk carton. Like, it has to be the water. So, anyways, so that's a tin-less quick can. And let me see if I can open it up for you and show you the inside. So yeah, that's the inside. You can see there's 5 BBs in there. There's the exit wounds. There's the entrance, not wounds, holes. Exit holes. And yeah, that's the tin can. It's not very thick. It's about probably a couple millimeters thin. But yeah, that's my cat Monkey. Hi Monkey. Say hi to YouTube. So with the phone, guys, as you can see, I wouldn't say it did as much damage as the Daisy 5501. The Daisy Powerline 5501 is the only one that actually penetrated it so far. I only shot it with that and the PPKS. The PPKS are most of these shots. The Daisy are this shot and that shot only. The rest are the PPKS. I shot it at a distance of about 10 feet. If you look at the back, the Daisy penetrated, as I said, fully through. The PPKS did penetrate the phone, the BBs anyway. They're in the phone, they just didn't go through all the way. They just dented the hell out of the back. So, it's not as strong as the Daisy, definitely. So, that's what happens when you shoot your phone with PPKS. Okay guys, so the sad PSP here, I only shot twice because it kept tipping over, plus the shots were ricocheting, and they were going into my hallway and my dog was getting scared, so I wanted to stop. But as you can see, it did not penetrate the PSP. There's no battery in this PSP. It did penetrate the first layer of glass. The BBs are not stuck inside. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this PSP would still work, but the screen might not be so great, obviously. So yeah, I'm gonna use this later to test other guns. So I'll mark which holes are from which gun on this. Thanks a lot, guys. Okay guys, so that was clips of me doing some penetration testing and some shooting with the Umarex Legends Walther PPKS. This thing is really solid, as I said. As you saw, there was no flaws in it. It didn't have much penetration power, as I didn't expect it to, at only 295 feet per second. It is a really solid gun, so I would say definitely it's one to add to your collection. just to let you know, in my next video I was going to do a review on, as I mentioned earlier, the next in line, the Makarov, which is based off the PPK, or the PP series anyway. And then after that, I had planned on doing one on the Umarex Legends C96 M12 or M712, pardon me. And this thing is also really solid. All these Umarex Legends guns are really solid guns, in my opinion. I have had no misfires, no gas leaks, no nothing, no jams or anything so far with any of them. They're all fully metal, they're all blowback, they're all dope as hell. I would suggest getting any one of these. This thing is cool as hell, the M712. I couldn't imagine using this back in the day, but it is cool as hell. It's also one to add to your collection. So the Makarov will be next. This is a cool little gun. I'll get into more details about it in my next video. And yeah, for now, so that was the Umarex Legends Walther PPKS, and this is Paul for Replica Gun Reviews. Thank you guys. See you next video.